He was an unlikely heir, a London-based eye doctor with a quiet demeanor, seemingly destined for a life far from the brutal politics of his homeland. This was Bashar al-Assad in the early 1990s, training to be an ophthalmologist, a specialist focused on bringing sight to others. His world was one of medical journals and patient consultations, a stark contrast to the iron-fisted rule of his father, Heir al-Assad, back in Syria. He was the second son, unassuming and reportedly uninterested in power. The path to leadership was meant for his older brother, Bassel, the charismatic and groomed successor. But in 1994, a tragic car crash changed everything, and the eye doctor was summoned home. The call of duty, or perhaps destiny, irrevocably altered his life and the future of an entire nation. The transition from medical scrubs to military fatigues was swift and absolute. Bashar was enrolled in the Homs Military Academy, fast-tracked through the ranks to be molded into a commander and the future president. The quiet doctor had to become a figure of authority, a leader for a complex nation held together by a powerful security apparatus. When his father died in 2000, he inherited the presidency. Initially, there was a glimmer of hope. His inaugural address spoke of reform and modernization, sparking a brief period of political openness known as the Damascus Spring. People dared to dream of a different Syria, one that might move away from decades of autocratic rule. It seemed for a moment that the doctor's instinct to heal might extend to the body politic of his country. That hopeful spring, however, quickly turned into a brutal winter. As calls for genuine democratic reform grew louder, especially during the Arab Spring of 2011, the regime's response was not dialogue, but force. The doctor who once pledged to heal now presided over a violent crackdown on peaceful protesters. What began as demonstrations for freedom spiraled into a devastating civil war. The images of his early promising presidency were replaced by scenes of street battles, shelled cities, and a humanitarian crisis of staggering proportions. The leader who spoke of a modern Syria now oversaw a conflict that would tear the nation apart, displacing millions and leaving hundreds of thousands dead in its wake. The transformation was complete. The London ophthalmologist had become a wartime president, a figure synonymous not with healing, but with destruction. The journey from a quiet medical practice to the heart of a catastrophic conflict stands as a dark testament to the corrupting nature of absolute power. Syria, a land of ancient history and rich culture, now bears the deep, seemingly permanent scars of a war that began with a crushed hope for freedom. The legacy is one of devastation, a country fractured and in ruins, a tragic outcome for a story that once held the faintest promise of a brighter vision.